Some people think that success comes from being the loudest in the room. Spoiler alert, it doesn't. Today, I'm going to be talking specifically about mindset over noise. Welcome back to the Quiet Impact Podcast. And this is where introverted leaders and entrepreneurs learn to amplify your presence, profit from your purpose, and lead without compromising your peace. I am your host, Stephanie Oden. And as I mentioned, we're going to be talking about mindset over noise, not tactics, mindset. And here's the kicker. It works especially well for introverted leaders and business owners who don't want to play the game, don't want to play the be louder game. And at the same time, the end result is being able to have more impact, more influence, and more income. So let's jump in. Welcome to the Quiet Impact Podcast, where we nurture the journey of introverts who desire to achieve greater levels of influence, income, and impact. The go-to podcast for introvert achievers just like you, seeking purpose-driven growth. I am your host, Stephanie Oden. Why does mindset beat hustle? That's what we're going to be focusing on. Strategies change with the seasons. We have algorithms, we have job titles, we have like loop-de-loops to jump through, but mindset, that's the engine that keeps running quietly, consistently, and powerfully, no matter what the obstacles are. So I want to break down 7 success mindsets and put them into some practical moves that can be useful for you. Because a lot of times our way is different, and that is our strength. And we do it at this point almost on automatic, that it's not different to us because it's automatic. It's how we're wired. We're not shy, timid, or needing to be fixed. We are an introvert, and that is our superpower. So the first mindset is success begins with mindset, not circumstances. One of the things I know is that to start a task out, we really want to first know that we can be successful regardless of the circumstances. It's not a personality contest. It's not about being born lucky, and it's not about being extroverted. We win by thinking differently. What do you mean by that, Stephanie? By observing, by processing, by leading with clarity instead of chaos. The way we interpret the room matters more than how loud we are in it. Let me know what you think about that. Does that resonate with you at all? Let me know in the comments. Mindset number 2. Take responsibility for everything you can control. Real talk. We've all been there. We blame the boss. We blame our downline. We blame our upline. We blame the training creator. We blame the algorithm or Mercury being in retrograde. Cute, cute, cute excuses, but they don't move the needle. As quiet leaders, take your power back. And what I mean by that is when you take ownership of what you can control, like how you show up, the clarity of your message, and the consistency of your actions, that's leverage. That's a mindset. Number 3. Boy, 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 boy. I heard this one a lot when I was working a program with one of my mentors, and I think it's Toffer that said it, but that whole we unlearn to learn to relearn. And that mindset number 3 is be willing to unlearn and relearn. For this one, it hits home with a lot of introverts. A lot of my clients that I work with is we can hold on to old rules. We know from conditioning, from school, what it looks like being extroverted. Like we know what it looks like to be extroverted. And old rules that say leadership looks like being extroverted. Wrong. So part of the mindset that we want to take on is being able to unlearn that myth so that you can be the leader you're called to be authentically on your terms. And it's not a call to be soft, to be silent, to be shrink. It's really a call to rise up and no longer buy into the myth that leadership looks like being extroverted. Leadership looks like you being authentically you. And, when we look at even being introverted, I've had people say, "Hey, Stephanie, I'm an ambivert. Can what you do, does that relate to me? Can you coach me?" Absolutely. First of all, when I learned how to coach, I coach for the person and not the personality type. I still coach for the person and not the personality type. And at the same time, one of the things I learned with Myers-Briggs when I was got my certification in that was whole range of introvert levels. We're unique. And the key is to figure out, back to that first one, is how you show up. What is your message? How clear is it? And then how consistently are you being that person that you say that you are? Now, mindset number 4, expand your comfort zone consistently. I know it's cozy. We like some sweatpants, right? We like some mental sweatpants. But you can't wear those sweatpants to every meeting. Well, I guess if you're on Zoom, you could wear them to every meeting, but you can't wear the sweatshirt. Okay, something has to change. And I love the idea for us of expanding your comfort zone. And yes, there's going to be some discomfort. You're going to lean into an area that you don't know all the things. For some of us, it might be going live on a video. It might be just doing a video. It might be leading a meeting instead of just taking the notes. It might actually be sharing your vision before it's fully polished. I did that with the Introvert Achievers Network. I shared the vision. I know where we want to go, and I'm starting to attract the people that want that same thing in their life. But if I had waited till it was all perfect, I would still be waiting. And when you share your vision before it's polished, you give people an opportunity to see a side of you authentically, and it expands you, and it makes it possible for them to expand themselves. Mindset number 5. Value time as your most precious currency. Here's the deal. We already protect our energy. Yes or yes. We already protect our energy. Now it's time to extend energy management to guarding our time. One of the things I shared on recently was what's my golden time? What's my golden hours when I work best? And for me, it's 10 to 2. That's when I'm in the zone and I'm operating at full out. So don't spend 3 hours in a place like checking email and say, oh my gosh, I've been productive. And especially that goes for social media. Don't waste your mornings scrolling doom and gloom posts. Time is your currency. Just like you manage your energy, your time is your currency. Like you spend your energy at your max on the things that matter, that give the biggest return. Time is a currency like that. Spend it where it can compound, and do a time audit and see where you spending your time. That's how I realized that my golden time was 10 to 2. I really don't need to be checking emails then. I need to be doing things that build my business and to build relationships and to expand my circle of influence in the time that I'm golden. Mindset number 6. You've heard me talk about this before, and it's around resilience. Building resilience through setbacks. Every setback whispers a lesson. And for quiet achievers, introverted leaders, resilience often looks quieter, but it lasts longer. It's not always bouncing back with fireworks firing off, jazz hands. A lot of times it's recalibrating, it's reflecting, and then it's coming up with a strategy to rise stronger. That's mindset number 6. And then mindset number 7. I talked about this when I talked about community and um, kind of joked that, you know what, that myth, introverts don't like people. As a matter of fact, I used to say, I don't like people, which is so far from the truth because I do like people. I do like people. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing this work that I'm compelled and called to do with helping leaders and business owners move faster, move further, really expand their territory and elevate their voice. I do like people. So I don't say that anymore. And I know that some people drain my energy. So I do audit my circles to see where are the relationships that drain my energy and where are the relationships that truly multiply success. Mindset number 7 is relationships are the true multiplier of success. I enjoy deep connections, not surface level chatter. And for a while, I tried to change that and tried to get in small talk conversations. That's not me. I want the deep connections. I enjoy that. That's actually the multiplier, especially for us. Build fewer, better relationships. And one of the things that I found is when you do that, you'll open doors that a lot of voices never could, never will. And here are a couple of drop ins. We've gone through the 7 mindsets, but here's some things I just want to drop in. Your habits matter more than the hype. And when I say that, I'm talking discipline over motivation, not discipline that you're bad, but the discipline to do the things consistently. And one of the things I found for me is don't try to do all the discipline things at one time. Pick a pick a discipline, do it, and then stack and do another one until you create those habits. Think long term, act daily. Okay. Your vision plus baby steps, that's momentum. Objects in motion stay in motion. Objects at rest, well, they stay at rest. And the other one that I would throw in there when it comes to mindset, impact multiplies when you stop chasing applause and start doing the work of building trust. And that comes back to relationship. You don't need to roar to lead. You don't need to flood your calendar or mimic someone else's version of success. I've done that, been there, done that, bought that ticket, went to that show, and it was a disaster because I needed to find my authentic voice. I needed to have my voice. Trying to use a script. Those didn't work because it needed to be in my voice, but I needed to know what my voice was. And I don't always roar. Now I can roar, ask my kids, but I don't necessarily need to roar. What you do need though is to know that your mindset can carry you further than tactics ever could. Algorithms, tactics, hoops and hoodles. Because when your mind shifts your world shifts. Get that, pin that, write that down, put it in the comments. When your mind shifts, your world shifts. Now, if you don't want to hear me talk about the Introvert Achievers Network, go ahead, hit the comments, say you loved it, and keep it moving. But here, if you are ready to build success differently, to build your success engine differently, I have to share this with you. And I want to share it with you. And it's things that we do in the Introvert Achievers Network quietly, intentionally, powerfully. It's a place where you can have the seat at the table and a podium at the same time. And it's the place where quiet achievers, leaders, business owners can turn their wobble into wisdom. And your mindset starts to become your momentum. Come on, join us. We ride different. Till next time. That's it for this episode of the Quiet Impact Podcast. Thank you for joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure. Let me know any insights that you had from this episode. I would love to hear your takeaways. Remember to head to my website, grab a copy of the Success Pillars for Quiet Achievers. It's a resource I created for you. And join us next week. Thank you for watching, listening, and subscribing. See you next time.